Hi, YouTube family. Welcome back to According Movies Recap. Today I will show you a drama, history, war movie from 2001 titled Enemy at the Gates. In 1942, a year after the German invasion of the Soviet Union during World War II, Red Army soldier Vasily Zaitsev is on a train to Stalingrad, thinking about the time his grandfather taught him how to shoot a rifle while hunting. On the train with him, there are hundreds of other soldiers, but also various civilians, including Tanya Chernova, who Vasily notices, but doesn't dare to speak to. The civilians leave in the middle of the journey while the soldiers are dropped right in the middle of the Battle of Stalingrad. They need to board a boat to reach the front lines, and the enemy takes advantage of this, dropping bombs and opening fire on them as soon as they see them. Many soldiers fall, and when seeing this, others jump in the water trying to escape, only to be shot by their own superior officers for deserting. Once they reach the docks, only one of every two soldiers is given a rifle, the other is given bullets and instructions to follow the soldier with a weapon. The group is forced into a suicidal charge that the Germans easily overpower, and Vasily, who was given bullets, barely survives the assault by staying close to the ground and pretending to be dead. Once again, soldiers that try to escape are shot by their own side, considering them cowards and traitors. Soon the area is covered with bodies, with nobody alive in sight, until a few moments later, a car tries to cross the area. A tank shell hits it and knocks it over, and out of it comes Commissar Danilov, who rushes to hide inside a fountain, pretending to be another body in the pile and miraculously not getting killed, when a group of Germans drive by and shoot at the bodies to make sure there aren't any survivors. Once they're gone, Danilov takes a rifle from one of the bodies and tries to shoot some soldiers he can see in a nearby building, but the weapon is out of ammo. At that moment, Danilov discovers he actually isn't the only one alive in the fountain. Vasily has been hiding there as well, and he asks him for his rifle so he can load it with the bullets he was given when he arrived. Vasily also tells him he should wait for an explosion to shoot so they aren't discovered, but since Danilov is a political commissar, his experience with weapons is limited, so he lets Vasily have the rifle instead. As another car with soldiers arrives, Vasily moves behind a hole on the fountain wall, and as soon as he hears an explosion, he starts shooting each German, one by one on the head with absolute efficiency. Hours later, once they have been rescued and taken back to headquarters, Danilov prints a series of pamphlets detailing Vasily's heroic feat. Many days later, Chairman Nikita Khrushchev arrives at Stalingrad to coordinate the defense of the city, since Stalingrad is a symbol of Stalin's power and they can't afford to lose it. Furious after hearing about yet another loss, he demands ideas from his subordinates on how to improve morale, but most of the soldiers just repeat the same ineffective tactics they've been using for years. Danilov, however, proposes something different. He thinks that, instead of punishment, they must deliver hope. They should create a hero and inspire people, to make them want to protect the motherland, and he has the perfect hero for that job. Danilov's idea is approved and he gets promoted to senior lieutenant. Vasily's face now appears in the newspaper, presenting him as an example to follow. He's also been promoted, in his case, to the sniper division. From then on, Vasily becomes the face of the Russian army, both a national hero and propaganda icon, and his exploits would appear on every edition of the army's newspaper, plus on pamphlets that would make their way all over the walls of the country. One day, during one of his missions, Vasily and his team are found by a young boy called Sasha Filipov, who admires Vasily. He invites him to his very humble home, where his mother Mrs. Filipov prepares him dinner as thanks for what he's done for their homeland. Soon after they make it there, Danilov arrives as well, bringing letters from Vasily's fans from all over the country. To keep up with the plan of hope and propaganda, Danilov makes him reply to all of them, although he's the one that tells Vasily what to write, especially since he has to help him with spelling. One more person arrives after they begin. Tanya, the girl from the train, who is like a sister to Sasha and has become a private in the local militia. She's also fluent in German because she studied at the university. Danilov wants to recruit her because they need more soldiers that understand German, but Tanya would rather stay and fight, especially since the local militia are short on men. She changes her mind when Danilov explains how much she could help them by decoding Jerem intel, and that he'll send 12 soldiers in exchange for every person that speaks German. Meanwhile, the German army is starting to suffer the toll. Vasili and his team of snipers are causing in their ranks, so they summon German Major Erwin Koenig, a renowned marksman and head of the German army sniper school at Zossen. Then Vasili asks about Tanya, and Sasha tells him he knew he was alive and told her, so she's gone to the station to find Koenig and get revenge. Danilov and Vasili rush to the station to rescue her, and when they find her, Vasili and Tanya kiss, causing Danilov to get incredibly jealous. So when he returns to headquarters, instead of writing his report about Vasili's heroism, he communicates to the world that Vasili became a traitor. What they aren't aware of is the fact Koenig has seen them at the station and now knows for sure that Sasha has been passing on the information, so he captures the kid and hangs him off a pole to bait Vasili. The one who almost falls for it when seeing the body, though, it's Tanya, and she doesn't go after Koenig only because Vasili stops her, saying that's what he wants. They agree on a plan. While Vasili goes after him, Tanya asks Danilov for a favor, and together they go to see Mrs. Filipov to get her out of the country with a special pass Danilov got for her. Mrs. Filipov doesn't want to leave without Sasha, but not to make her upset. Instead of telling her Sasha died, they tell her he joined the Germans. Mrs. Filipov doesn't blame him for it if it means he's safe and accepts to leave with them. On the way to the boat, a bomb explodes near them, hurting Tanya. Danilov thinks she's died and leaves, but Mrs. Filipov doesn't give up and convinces a doctor to let Tanya board with her by showing her special pass and saying Tanya is her daughter. Vasili and Koenig are at a standoff in their respective hiding spots, not knowing where the other is. Danilov suddenly shows up next to Vasili, and now that Tanya is dead, he thinks he has nothing else to live for and humanity isn't worth saving. As a way to make up for the lies he made up about Vasili, he sacrifices himself and comes out of hiding so Koenig can shoot him and reveal his location. Vasili thinks ahead and doesn't immediately react, so now Koenig thinks he's killed Vasili himself and comes out to check the body. Vasili is waiting for him midway, and as soon as he aims his rifle at him, Koenig takes off his hat and accepts his fate. After killing him, Vasili takes his rifle and leaves it with Danilov's body. 2 months later, after the Germans have surrendered, Vasili gets a letter from Tanya, saying she's alive and being taken care of at a field hospital. Once the city is safe enough to travel, Vasili goes to the address on the letter and the couple happily reunites. Subscribe for more movies. Thanks for watching.